it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And they're making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaq Lawson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Michael Badgley.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
A 41-yard attempt. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chargers 7, Dolphins 0.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt.
It's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
41-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Why don't you do this? Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds the open man. it's Mike Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Jones on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa. It's caught by Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
6 yards to go.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The open man is Smith. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. But now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Two to throw again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The final shot before the break for Herbert, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the...
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's Eckler again. Across midfield and inside the 45. They were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
The 44-yard line.
1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And right side, here's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and this is complete. It's Allen, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And the lead is now 13.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 20, Dolphins 7. Mike Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the 1st touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 16. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12. They run again with Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to pass. Tua. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
A 7-yard.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
At the 42-yard line. That's the end of it.
Now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
38-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Again, Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. run with Breida. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Breida. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
We're on downs.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third and long, it's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Michael Badgley for the Charger field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So that's not mission accomplished. It's darn close.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And throw right side complete to Parker. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Dolphin 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Dolphin first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jakeem Grant, incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. One final try for Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Facyson, and that will write a finish to this ball game. The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. Thank